Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, want to give our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah HaKwadash. Double honors due to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, blessings, and safety to the Lord's elect. All right, this is the brother Yeshaya. And this quick video, quick lesson is going to be about brotherhood. And this recent weekend, this past weekend, a couple days ago, I went up to, see the brothers of the, our brother camp, Men of Valor, upstate, all right, the brothers in Greenville. I haven't seen them in a while, man. And, it was a very beautiful time. Okay. And, it's just, it's wonderful, like the scriptures say, for brothers to dwell in unity. Let me get that. Let's see, dwell in unity. Yeah. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 133 and 1. A song of decrees of David. Behold, how good and how pleasant is it for brethren to dwell together in unity. That's right. And that unity is the unity of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. And that relationship, that is, the foundation is Yahushua. Man, that's one that can't be broken. Okay, that's why the scriptures say that the elect, the world will be able to tell the elect by or his disciples by the love that they have for each other, man. And people see it. When we go out, we'll go somewhere. Okay, we'll go out to maybe get some food after or something. People are look at us and just look at us, and they can tell that we have a bond. All right, and it's a spiritual bond because I didn't know these brothers before I got into the truth. Okay, well, I knew one brother, but we wasn't even that close like that. But then when when the Lord saw fit for us to bring us in the truth, and we came in together, pretty much, man, our relationship, skyrocketed. Okay, because and brothers are real cool brothers, man. From the outside looking in, people probably think, oh, we're just hate mongers, and that we sit down on Fridays nights and Saturday nights or whatever, and just sit and be in the Bible and judge. We do judge, but like judge how these Christians do, like just being uptight. And brothers not like that, man. Brothers, some of the brothers that are in the truth, but it's a double-sided coin. All right, you have I've met some of the best brothers in the truth and some of the worst brothers in the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? So it can go either way. But this is not about that. It's about the brothers, all right. And man, when I say and when you're down and out, or you're just having a funky day, and then you get around a brother, it just lifts your spirit, man. If you're in the right spirit. For some niggas it ain't like that, but for me, whenever I'm around my brothers, I get that instant joy, man. All right, and it's a beautiful thing. 1 John 4:20, if a man say I love the Most High and hateth his brother, he is a liar. For he that loveth not his brother whom he hath seen, how can he love Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai whom he have not seen? So how we treat each other on this planet Earth is very indicative of how we love Yahweh Yahushai, because we believe on Yahweh Yahushai. Okay, we know that he's up in the heavens and he's above us. How much more the brothers that we have down here to fight, that we're fighting, that we're in the trenches with, and we don't treat them right? Okay, that's like basically not treating your house right. All right, so you got to love your brethren, man. All right, and of course some brothers are not your cup of tea or whatnot. Just try to see past the differences. You don't have to chill every day. You don't have to talk on the phone all the time. Brothers still in the flesh. Brothers still battling demons, battling thoughts. And, brothers is not perfect. Okay, so you're going to get into some things, you're going to feel some type of way about brothers, and then you don't even know why. That's Satan trying you, man. So just keep pushing, man, and keep reading these scriptures, all right? Keep going to these scriptures whenever these thoughts try to, show their head. Proverbs 17:17, a friend loveth at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. So, these friends that we had in the world, okay, they're pretty much foul weathered. And how I say fair weather, because you probably been through things that probably been through things with a friend or whatnot that was in the world, all right, before you got in the truth. But there's nothing like fighting, with your brother in arms in this truth, man. All right, because you face a whole different entity. All right, when you come into this truth, you got to face these demons. All right, wisdom will try you. Okay, so and then when you got that brother right there fighting along with you, man, that's how your bond becomes stronger. Not like pop selling drugs in the world, and we outrun the cops together. No, that ain't it, man. Okay, the adversity is basically getting through these trials and tribulations that we all have to fight. Like the scriptures say, think not as strange the fire you try, which is to try you as if some strange happened to you, but know that basically the same things are done are accomplished within your brethren in the world. All right, roughly paraphrasing. Okay, 1 Peter 2:17, honor all men, love the brotherhood, fear God, honor the king. Okay, Ecclesiastes 4:10, for if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow, but woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he hath not another to help him up. So it's important to really tap into the brotherhood, man. Okay, and if you're a brother out there by yourself, there's avenues that you can tap into your neighboring brothers, GMS camps, MOV camps that are in the area. Okay, so you don't have to be a lone wolf, but if you choose to be a lone wolf, woe to that spirit, because you're gonna find out that you need help in this thing, man. Okay, none of us got it on our own, man. We do need that brotherly shove, like they say the Philadelphia Eagles, where they the tush push, the brotherly shove, right? Again, if two lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone? And if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him. And the threefold cord is not quickly broken. So that's why the Lord sent, his men out in couples, all right, twos and threes. Okay, because it's always good to have a brother to back you up. And what did the scriptures say? When two or more gather together, then your house shines in the midst. So that's something powerful to really think about. All right, John 13:35, and this is the one I quoted earlier. By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, if you have love one to another. So we're out here representing Yahweh Shai, basically on how we treat each other. Okay, and like I said, man, we are in this flesh. We're not perfect. All right, brothers gonna fight. Brothers gonna squabble. Brothers gonna not squabble. Brothers gonna basically be at odds. Offenses must come, man. But we got to fight through it, all right? Because the Lord said it's going to come, all right? But woe to them that come by, that it comes from. So we got to, try our best. And, even though we're in this flesh, to not offend one another, all right? Because, like I said, we're in this flesh. And, you can say something that offend a brother and you don't even know it. And then that brother just has it. And he, basically won't tell you. But that's why the scriptures tell you. And we have guidelines on, if your brother offends you, go to him alone, all right, and talk it out. And, hey, we're coming up on the Passover, coming up on the Pesach. And, if brothers don't have, if brothers have things that they're, keeping back from the brotherhood, especially with, relationships when it comes to a brother, you just need to get that shit out of here, man, because, hey, there's no room for that, man. John 13:34, a new commandment I give unto you, that you love one another, as I have loved you, that you also love one another. By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, if you have loved one to another. So I had to, I read the one that came before that. Hebrews 13:1, let brotherly love continue. Okay. So, Philippians 2:2, fulfill ye my joy, that ye be like-minded, having the same love, being of one accord, of one mind. Okay. Romans 12:10, be kindly affectionate one to another with brotherly love and honor, preferring one another. Okay, so that was just a couple of scriptures that they had. I put in Bible verses related to brotherhood, and I just wanted to read a couple of these, man. So hey, Lord willing, it was edifying. Hey, stay locked in, stay tapped into the brotherhood, and whatever little skirmishes or whatever little schisms y'all got, man, we need to get that out the body. All right, the Lord is on his way, and he demands a perfect bride. All right, and that process is going to happen until we get up out of here, all right? Where he going to put in the finishing touches to change our, to change these corruptible bodies into incorruptible, all right? And that's what we're waiting on right now. So, Lord willing, I was edifying. I want to end it with that. I want to give our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors due to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, safety to the Lord's elect out there. Until next time, I say, Shalom.